So with the holiday season upon us, I'm sure a lot of you are trying to find gifts for your friends and family. Maybe some of you are trying to find new shops to get these gifts from. So I thought I'd take a minute to highlight some of my favorite retro shops, some of the smaller mom and pop places that you might not be aware of. Okay, so the first shop that I wanted to talk about is 8-Bit Zombie. You can see I'm currently wearing one of their t-shirts, and that's because 8-Bit Zombie is one of my absolute favorite online retro shops. Now, I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that this shop is run by one person. And if that's true, it makes everything else I'm about to tell you that much more amazing. So 8-Bit Zombie is taking original, retro-inspired designs and putting them on t-shirts. Now, not just t-shirts, other stuff too, and we'll get to that in a little bit, but I'm talking about good quality t-shirts with good quality prints, good old-fashioned screen-printed designs with bright and vibrant colors, no heat presses, just good old-fashioned screen printing, the way that t-shirts are supposed to be made. Now, something that I've noticed with the shirts from 8-Bit Zombie, and I don't know if you guys are gonna know what I'm talking about here, but I noticed that some of the other companies that are still screen printing their shirts, if you get a shirt that's got a lot of colors on it, the print ends up being really thick. And so you end up with this shirt with a big thick square on the back, and it's just really uncomfortable. And you end up getting this pocket of sweat on your back. And yeah, it's gross, but it's true. And so that's something that I haven't had a problem with 8-Bit Zombie. Whoever is printing their shirts, they know what they're doing. Now, on top of good quality products, the customer service is the best that I have ever experienced. They always respond to your messages. They always ship out your orders right away. And like the one time that I actually had a minor problem with one of my orders, they got back to me within 24 hours, they apologized, and they said they were shipping out a new t-shirt right away. There was even one time that my wife wanted to get me an 8-Bit Zombie gift card as a stocking stuffer for Christmas. And so she went on their website and she didn't see gift cards. And then so she sent them an email and they wrote her back and said, you know what? We don't have gift cards, but we're gonna go ahead and create a virtual gift card just for you. And she said within a couple of hours, they sent her a virtual gift card and it worked perfectly. I mean, what other company would do that? That's customer service. To me, that's going above and beyond. So I always kind of think of 8-Bit Zombie as a t-shirt shop, but they also have really awesome stickers. And speaking of stickers, with every t-shirt that you order, well, I think with every t-shirt that I've ever ordered, it comes with a matching sticker, but they also have a separate sticker section where they have a lot of really awesome stickers that you can purchase separately. Now, although it's mostly t-shirts and stickers, they also randomly release other items and really cool stuff too, like toys, glasses, lunch boxes, and even Halloween decorations. And I gotta tell you, this was one of my favorite releases. I really regret not getting like 3 or 4 of these. Now, something else that I wanted to point out is their pricing. Now, if you're someone like me, if you're kind of cheap and stuck in 1988, you might think that t-shirts are supposed to cost $10. But in reality, a lot of shops now are charging $30, $35, and even $40 for a t-shirt, which to me is absolutely ridiculous. I've noticed that when 8-Bit Zombie puts out a new design, they're usually around $20 to $25, which is actually pretty cheap for t-shirts nowadays. And another thing that's really cool is if they print a t-shirt and it doesn't sell out, eventually it goes on sale. And I've seen those sale shirts go anywhere from $18 down to $8. I even saw a shirt that was $5. I mean, where can you get a $5 shirt nowadays? I was tempted to buy like 3 or 4 of them just to have backups. Now, one thing that you need to understand about 8-Bit Zombie is they really are a small company. And because of that, they don't always have a ton of products on their website at one time. So like when they print a new shirt, they'll print up a small batch and then it's on their website until it sells out. And that's why there's not hundreds of shirts to browse through on their website. But I think that's what keeps their products good quality. It's, quality over quantity. And so that's why with companies like this, you have to follow them on social media and just kind of keep an eye on them and wait for new products to drop. Oh, and one more thing that I almost forgot to mention, with every order, there's always extras in the package, like stickers, trading cards. Well, I don't want to give away too much, but I'll just say there's always surprises in there. I'm always excited to see what extra stuff is in the package. So I'd say that pretty much sums it up. I mean, good quality products, good designs, fair prices, amazing customer service, nice people. I mean, what else can you ask for in a company? I would highly recommend checking out 8-Bit Zombie. Okay, so I've got one more company that I want to talk to you about. Now, this is not a new company and not really a mom and pop company either, but they are definitely on the smaller side. And the reason why I say it's not a new company is they actually originated in the 1980s, but then they went away and now they're back. And I'm talking about Gecko Hawaii. I'm sure some of you have got to remember Gecko from the 80s and 90s. I'm actually wearing a pair of their pants right now, and I almost exclusively wear their shorts. You've definitely seen me wearing their shorts in my videos. It's really almost all I wear. So Gecko was really big in the 80s and 90s, and they went away. They came back probably like 4 or 5 years ago. It might have been longer. I really have no concept of time anymore, but I feel like I discovered that they were back about 5 years ago, and I quickly bought a pair of shorts. I found them to be extremely comfortable, and so I bought a bunch more, and I bought some of the pants, and I've got a wallet. I've got a bunch of different stuff, some t-shirts. Now, definitely my favorite thing about Gecko is the stuff that they're putting out now is exactly like the stuff they were putting out in the 80s and 90s. And actually, the stuff that they're remaking from the 80s and 90s, they're using the same specs. So it's the same designs, same colors, same fabric. And then the new stuff that they're making it in the same style as the stuff in the 80s and 90s. I've noticed that with a lot of the other older companies that are trying to make comebacks, you can tell that when they put out new stuff, they're trying to appeal to everybody. They want to bring in new customers, which I get that, but Gecko realizes that their main customers are those of us that grew up in the 80s and 90s wearing their stuff, and we want the stuff to look like the stuff that we were wearing in the 80s and 90s. I mean, it makes sense. And so Gecko gets that, and that's how they're making their products. And Gecko's another company that's definitely putting out quality products. Looking at the t-shirts, once again, they're doing old school screen printing with bright and vibrant designs on high quality t-shirts. The pants are high quality. I've had no problem with the quality of their products. One thing that I can say, and I'm sorry Gecko, but I have to be honest, their pricing is a little bit on the higher side, at least for me, in my opinion. I want to say their pants and shorts are between like $38 and $45. Now, for you, that might not be expensive, and if so, that's awesome. For me, that's a little bit on the higher side, but I continue to buy their stuff because the quality is so good and the designs are so good. So, you get what you pay for. As long as Gecko continues to put out quality products with really cool designs, I'm gonna keep buying their stuff. And that also brings me to my next point, the customer service. I have also found Gecko's customer service to be extremely good. When I first started browsing their website, I was a little confused on their sizing. So I sent them an email. They got right back to me with a very detailed answer. And they were like, if you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. They were just very attentive. There was another time recently, I got a t-shirt from, they were at the Radwood car show. And so I got a t-shirt from them. And when I got home, I noticed there was a little hole, like the seam was starting to come apart. And, these things happen sometimes. And so I sent them an email. Again, they got back to me within 24 hours. They apologized. They said, we're shipping you out a new t-shirt right away. No questions asked. So again, prices might be a little bit on the higher side, but with the customer service, the designs, and the quality of products that they're putting out, I am definitely a fan of Gecko, and I definitely recommend you checking them out. Oh, and who remembers Hyper Flash shirts? These are the shirts that would be one color, and then your friend would come up and put their hand on your shirt and it would leave their handprint in a different color. Well, Gecko's selling these, and as far as I know, they're currently the only company that's selling Hyperflash shirts. Now don't quote me on that, I could be wrong, but as far as I know, they're the only company that's selling these. I mean, I hadn't even seen one of these since the 90s until Gecko re-released them a couple of years ago. And you know what? It's 2023, and I still don't really understand how these work. Now, if you're more of a brick and mortar kind of a person, I got one more store for you. This is one that I've already talked about. I actually did an entire video on it, but just in case you missed it, I'm talking about my friend's store in Burbank, Be Kind Video. It's an old school video store, a pretty small shop, but they have a really good selection of VHS. Not just VHS, they've also got DVD and Blu-ray, but they've got a lot of VHS as well. Everything in there is pretty reasonably priced. I feel like every time I've been in there and I've picked up a VHS and asked how much, he's always responded with, $5. And obviously not everything in there is $5, but I'm saying that they do have a lot of stuff that's priced that way. And on top of that, my buddy Matt, who owns the store, is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. So if you're a movie fan and you go in there to check out the shop, I can almost guarantee you're gonna stand around chatting with Matt. So again, if you're a fan of movies, a fan of old VHS, you should definitely check out Be Kind Video. You should also definitely check out Gecko Hawaii and 8-Bit Zombie. All right, that is gonna do it for this video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. As always, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. I don't know what that was.